Hello everyone and welcome to YoQini, Wellness with Alexis. This is a short stationary grounding and regulatory practice or exercise. It's a short video, so we'll just be doing a few seated exercises together. If you have a mat, that's great, but you don't need one. And just get nice and comfortable, that's the main thing. So whether you're seated cross-legged, kneeling, or on a chair even, all of those options are absolutely fine. You just want to make sure that your spine is somewhat supported. So you might want to sit on a cushion, that's another option. And you're just going to simply tap into the body and sense how you feel right now. So you can rest your hands on the knees, or have them resting in the lap, and you're just going to sense what's happening right now. Just going to feel the body, feel the sensations, eyes closed or open, doesn't matter too much at this moment. Just coming into the sensations, as it were, feeling the breath. If you're outside, you might just feel the air on the skin, checking in with whatever's appearing. Sensations and sounds, perceptions of various kinds. And this is just simply a very simple exercise to begin with, to just slow down. It can seem like there's a momentum in the body sometimes that's quite fast or speedy, sometimes a bit erratic or scattered. And you're just going to simply come into what's happening now. Notice the jaw, notice the cheeks and different muscles in and around the face. Is there any muscles that are a little bit unnecessarily tight or stuck? And just simply by sitting still and checking in, there may be the opportunity for certain muscles and tissues to relax. In the face, in the neck and the shoulders maybe, coursing down the arms, the chest, the abdomen, sit bones, the legs and the feet. So the joints and the muscles in between are simply relaxing here, perhaps just by being still or relatively still. And then perhaps we can just come into touch a bit more with the breath and the breathing pattern. Sense where the breath is apparent right now, if it's in the chest, or perhaps it's more apparent in the diaphragm region, the abdominal region. Notice if the belly button is able to slightly expand or seem to expand as you breathe in, and see if that breath can become a little bit more abdominal and diaphragmatic in its nature. So when we breathe in, perhaps the abdomen just gently expands and inflates a bit like a balloon, and on the exhale, maybe that belly button gently retreats back in towards the spinal cord. And again, notice the position of the spine, the spinal cord. Notice if there's any slumping and slouching going on, or contrasting. Maybe it's a bit too uptight and rigid. Try and find that nice balance where the spine it's not slouching, but it's not too straight either. We have this natural S shape in the spine. We don't want that to be forced in any which way. A nice long spine without tension. And then coming back to the breath, perhaps we can rest one hand on the abdomen and maybe one hand on the chest. So we're going to sense the breath here, and this is called wave breathing. What we're going to do, try not to tense up the shoulders as you do this. We're resting one hand on the tummy, one hand on the chest, and on the breath in, you're just going to imagine the breath like a wave, inhaling up from the abdomen up to the chest. And as you exhale that breath, imaginarily waving down from the chest all the way down to the base of the spine. So as we breathe in, nice breath in from the belly to the diaphragm, to the chest, up to maybe even the collarbones, no force. Exhale, nice slow, gentle breath out, down from the collarbones to the pelvis. Just keep this breath pattern going. Notice if the torso changes shape here as you breathe. Again, eyes closed or open, however feels best. Breathing in gently. Breathing out gently. And now here, you might like to sigh the breath out as I just did. It can be really nice and soothing for the nervous system and the whole body when we sigh and we let that breath go audibly. And we breathe in softly. Really feel that exhalation, really letting go of any unnecessary stress or tension that might be held in the tissues. Let's do this a few more times together. Of course, you can always play about with the breath. You can blow air through pursed lips, or you can sigh it out, or it might be inaudibly. Another option, if it's familiar to you, is to use the Ujjayi breath. This simply means to slightly close the epiglottis. That's the valve at the back of the throat. Just slightly imagining that valve closes, and this gives this lovely ocean sound with the breath. And perhaps we can rest the hands on the knees again or in the lap. Nice long spine. Feel the sit bones on the floor or the chair right now. If you're sitting in a chair, maybe both of the soles of the feet are firmly established on the ground. If you're sitting cross-legged or in a kneeling position, perhaps feeling those parts of the body that are really grounding, connecting to the surface or the carpet, the floor, or the ground of any kind. And then maybe we can just start to introduce some movement into the neck. Maybe we can just slowly start to look up. Don't lean the head too far back, but just looking up towards the sky or the ceiling. Shoulders relaxed. On the next exhale, gently drawing the nose a straight line down. Chin comes towards the chest, long spine still. Looking down towards the belly button. Synchronizing the breath this time, inhaling, drawing the nose up. Exhale, drawing the nose down. Very nice. Slow breath, slow movement. Synchronizing those two seems to help the nervous system and the body to relax more. Inhaling as we look up. Exhale, coming down. Such a simple exercise, and yet can be really effective at helping the body to relax. This time coming back up to center, or coming down to center, wherever you are. And then let's do left and right. So on the next inhale, perhaps we can look over to our left or right, doesn't matter which. Relaxing the shoulders again if they have a tendency to tense up. And then on the next exhale or inhale, moving over to the other side. Maybe we look over the shoulder, or maybe we just look over to our direct right or left. Don't have to push anything too far here. Less is more in this particular exercise. Again, looking over to the left or the right. Slowing it down if you can. Relaxing more and more with each inhale and exhale, with each movement of every fibre and tissue. Slight engagement in the muscles, but super relaxed at the same time. Slowly coming back to center. Nice. Alright, let's introduce some movement into the shoulders now. We're going to take our fingers here and turn them into like claws or something, and rest them on just underneath the collarbone, these little dips here. There's a pressure point here, I think it's for the lungs. You're going to rest the fingertips there, not too tightly. Again, notice these muscles here, seeing if they can relax. And then we're going to move the elbows up through the midline and over to the sides and down. And now this is nice for our shoulders, but it's also nice for all of the muscles around the shoulders. I'm going to look up as well as we do this, and we might even get a little bit of fluidity into the spinal cord. Maybe we breathe in as we come up, as the chest opens. Exhale as we come down, gently squeezing any stagnant oxygenated energy out of the lungs. Exhale. Inhale. Nice, lovely circular motion with the elbows and the shoulders. Keep this going in your own time, your own pace, your own rhythm. See how it feels to breathe a little bit slower here without forcing it and without pressurizing the muscles to be too dynamic in their movement. Nice, slow, gentle movement. I'm going to do a couple more of these in this direction. Breathe in as we come up. Exhale as we come down. And then when you're ready, we're just going to switch that direction up. So when we inhale, we come up and out to the sides. Exhale down the midline. And slightly closing the chest, opening the back body. Nice. Just notice if those sighs and those exhales really want to happen out through the mouth. They seem to want to happen through this body. It's nice to exhale and sigh it out. If you've had a long stressful day, or if you're getting ready for a long day ahead, it can help at any point in the day to just soothe, to ground, to regulate. And then exhale, let it go, arms come down. Maybe this time they rest facing up on the knees if they weren't before. Checking in with the spinal cord again, the lower back, mid back, upper back, shoulder blades, either side. All right, nice. I'm going to get some different movements into the spinal cord now as well. So let's do dog wags the tail. This is sort of a Qigong yogic exercise, and it's a bit fun because we're just going to like rock and sway to each side. Again, notice how much this movement wants to happen. You can do it really dynamically, or you can keep it quite subtle. Doesn't matter. It's just about what feels good right now. I'm just going to kind of wiggle the bottom. Wiggle the whole of the spine left and right. Really get the fluidity into the vertebrae and all of the muscles that surround the spine. The erectors traveling up the back of the body, the abdominals and the pectoralis minor and major on the front body, the obliques on each side, the ribs and the rib cage, all the muscles that surround the ribs. Keep that nice fluid movement going, side to side. It might want to speed up, it might want to slow down. You can try both, see which feels better. Some days it wants to be quite dynamic. Other days it seems to just want to be really slow. You might even find yourself resting on one side and breathing into those muscles. Nice. All right. Okay, and slowly making our way back to center. Then we're going to interlace our fingers, maybe the thumbs too, pushing the palms away. This time we're going to really round through the spine. So you push the palms away in front of you, chin to chest, maybe roll back slightly. Just be really gentle here if you have any ailments in the lower back, pelvis, sciatica or anything like that. Rounding through the spine, making that C shape. Pushing the palms away, relax the shoulders. Inhale, palms come up to the sky, open the chest, maybe look up, maybe tilt the pelvis forwards. Exhale, round through the spine. Inhale. Looking up. Exhale, round. Keep this going in your own rhythm. Inhale each time we open the front of the body. Exhale, round the body. Nice. A couple more times in your own time. This time, inhale, looking up. Exhale, release the hands, release the bind. Hands come out to the sides. Nice, big, beautiful circle. Good. Hands are going to rest on the sides now of the body at the ground or the chair. Long spine. Fingertips perhaps connected to the ground or the surface. And then we're going to do a lateral stretch, a side stretch. We're going to do the right side, so I'll do your mirror image. We're going to reach our left arm up and come over to the right. Nice long spine here. Try not to bend or collapse too much. Just coming over to one side. You might find a little bit of fluid movement here. Or you might just want to stay still. Hang there for as long as you need to. Feel into those muscles. And then slowly coming back up. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, the left arm releases back down to the ground. Feel that stretch traveling up the side of the arm as well as the side of the torso. Again, reaching up, inhale. This time with both arms. Exhale, left arm comes down this time, stretching over to the left side. Nice stretch on the side body. Gently stimulating the digestive system. Breathe. You can always close the eyes, tap into how the body is responding to this particular stretch right now. Trying to keep both sit bones equally on the ground as well. And slowly in your own time coming back up, stretch that right arm up high before bringing it back down to the ground. Feel the stretch on the side of that arm and the side of the torso. Nice. Checking in with how we feel so far. And then we're going to do a twist to finish. This will be our last asana before we close it down. I'm going to bring our left arm to our right knee. So left arm to right knee, and then our right hand is going to go behind the right hip. So everything is happening on this side. I'm going to use that back hand to support the lower back in particular, but also the rest of the spinal cord, and gently looking over the shoulder. Looking over the shoulder. Don't force it. If the body doesn't want to go too far, it's absolutely fine. This is about trying to relax the body rather than strain it and force it with too much pressure and effort. Nice gentle twist. Relax the shoulders. And slowly, slowly, slowly transitioning over to the other side. Trying to maintain the length in the spine without holding anything too rigidly. So looking over the left shoulder this time. Right hand rests on the left knee. The left hand rests behind the left hip. Gently looking over the shoulder, trying not to put any pressure into the left or the right shoulders. Breathe. A really simple spinal twist. Relax the pelvis, the hips and the legs. Breathe here a few more times. And then slowly, slowly coming back to center. Very nice. So we're just going to close it up here and just end the exercises and end the practice as we began. So we're just going to rest our hands on our knees or our lap, palms facing up or down, however feels comfortable for you. Checking in with the shoulders again. These are habitual spots for tension to appear. Eyes open or closed. Notice those areas in the face again that may also carry tension. Breathe it out. Breathe it in. Breathe it out again. Relax the body. Any little pockets of tension now, just give them one final opportunity and chance in this practice to let go of it, to just release. Maybe just a couple more exhalations out through the mouth to really let go now. To release and replenish. Very good. One last movement to just close the exercises and the practice. Reach your arms up. Inhale, palms up, looking up, eyes open or closed. Exhale down the midline, hands to heart. Maybe the thumbs press into the breastbone gently, stimulating that acupressure point in the center of the chest as we close this exercise. And just noticing how you feel. Maybe noticing the contrast of how you feel now to when you first started. Thank you everybody. Hope you enjoyed this practice. Come back to it anytime you need to. I do classes and exercises with people each week. Privately, publicly, online, offline, in person, and all around. You can check out the website, the YouTube channel, subscribe and like, share it with friends, so as to just allow for us to feel a bit more relaxed in our apparent daily lives. Much love.